Hello, hello. My name is Kimberly Lewis, and I am the host of Woman on Fire. Thank you guys so much for being here again and joining me for Genesis chapter 5. I'm sorry. I need to learn the new language because I feel like I can speak Spanish or something. But thank y'all for joining me again. We are going to fly through Genesis chapter 5, learn what we need, and we're going to move on. We are here to put the word in so God can use it how he may use it, okay? So we're going to hop right in. It says, this is the book of the generations of Adam. When God created man, he made him in the likeness of God. He made him in the likeness of God. Likeness of God, right? Male and female, he created them. And he blessed them and named them man. Right? When they were created. When Adam had lived 130 years, he fathered a son in his own likeness after his image and named him Seth. Okay? Now, Seth is coming about because remember we had Cain and Abel. Abel left because of Cain. Cain's sin to anger, his fall to anger. And then we got Seth, right? So we talking about the third born here, right? It says the days of Adam after he fathered Seth were 800 years. Goodness. And he had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days that Adam lived were 930 years. And he died. That's a long time to live, y'all. I've been here for 35 years and I'm already like, goodness, how much longer? 930 years these people were on this earth. When Seth had lived 105 years, at 105 years, he fathered Enosh. Seth lived after he fathered Enosh 807 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus, all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. So it went from 930 years to 912 years for totality, right? When Enosh had lived 90 years, now he even younger. He lived 90 years, and he fathered Kenan. I like that name. Enosh lived after he fathered Kenan 815 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus, all the days of Enosh were 905 years and he died. So now we went from 930 to 912 to 905 years. So we can see that our blessings through having life abundantly on earth are getting smaller, right? He decreasing the number that we get to live, right? When Kenan had lived 70 years, now Kenan's 70 before he fathered Mahalalel. Kenan lived after he fathered Mahalalel 840 years. So now he 840. So now we done went from 905 to 840. And had other sons and daughters. Thus, all the days of Kenan were 910 years, and he died. So, what I love about this is, as we keep reading, I believe we're going to see an importance that our Father wants us to see with these numbers. He don't ever put anything in Scripture unless it's intentful. So it's a reason why just because we don't understand it now, that's why it takes you a few reads before you really get understanding of what he's trying to reveal to you. Because the older you get, the wiser you get. But the older you get and the wisdom is coming, the more quiet you should get so he can start revealing to you new revelations of these things, right? Because we know if God just gave it to us all at once, we wouldn't know how to take that, right? Because of the Old Testament, everybody look at our dad like he's a monster. And he's not, but it was our perception. So if he was to give us all revelation right now, we wouldn't understand it, nor would we know what to do with it, which might make us fall away from the cross. And he don't want to do that. He wants to give you the answers you need, but you're going to have to go and ask him for them, okay? When Mahalalel had lived 65 years, he fathered Jared. Mahalalel lived after he fathered Jared 830 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus, the days of Mahalalel were 895 years and he died. So we all the way down to 895 from 100 or from 930 years, right? It says when Jared had lived 162 years, he fathered Enoch. Jared lived after he fathered Enoch 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus, all the days of Jared were 962 years and he died. Now we see with Jared, who bore Enoch, that his lifespan went up, right? It went to 962, which the last one was 895. So to me, this is what I always think about when I see that kind of grace. Either you're getting more years on your life because you have grown in wisdom to God, or you have not learned the wisdom of God yet. So he's going to give you that time you need to figure out who he is before he take you prematurely. And then you know where we end up. That's never his goal. So he's a patient God. He's a God that keeps consistently coming after you because he wants your heart and he wants all of you. He know he is the best thing for you. So he going to keep steadfast with that. So if he take you prematurely, you didn't have time to work on him. But if he keep you here longer, then you have time to continue to see his miraculous, right? Okay. It says, when Enoch had lived 65 years, he fathered Methuselah. Enoch walked with God, which means God directly walked with Enoch because he was so good that Enoch's presence did not taint God's heart. He was able to walk with his son. Anybody else believe that y'all can walk with God? Yes, y'all better. It's in here. Nothing new under the sun. What he did was establish new covenants, and what he did was establish how he was going to interact with us, because some of us couldn't accept how he was interacting. So what he did was just change up the way we see him, okay? But he is the same guy yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and he mean that. He plays no games about his, okay? So know that. Enoch walked with God after he fathered Methuselah 300 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Enoch were 365 years. He is a third of what everybody else was because he was so good. Let me tell you what God did for him. He was so good. Let me go to verse 24 and tell y'all what God did for him. He said, Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Not in this scripture means not found. Not found. God directly. He was like, baby, you get first. This is beyond first class, baby. I'm taking you with me straight to heaven, baby. That's what he did, and he'll do that for us. Where is our heart at? Don't believe that we can't have this kind of faith because he already gave it to us. We got this kind of faith. You just got to exercise it. That's why you need this instructions from the Bible so that you can know how to use his words for your life. So you can have this. You know how good that had to feel for God to come and walk with you, talk with you. Sometimes on my darkest days when I can't hear him, I feel so abandoned and I feel separate from God. I don't feel good at all. But when I hear him and he come in and I just feel his presence, like Adam and Eve heard him walking through the garden. Oh, how good does that feel? Let me know I'm on the right page at the right time, okay? Stay steadfast with God. He ain't done with us yet. It says, when Methuselah lived 187 years, he fathered Lamech. Methuselah lived after he fathered Lamech 782 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus, all the days of Methuselah were 969 years and he died. 969. Now, Methuselah was the oldest one as of now. 969. You know what I always wonder when I see that number behind him? Why did he live so long? what was special about Methuselah, because we all know that it's something special about each and every one of us. But I specifically wanted to know what was special about Methuselah, that he had lived 969 years, y'all. When Lamech had lived 182 years, he fathered a son and called his name Noah, saying, out of the ground that the Lord has cursed, this one shall bring us relief. And in this, and relief in the scriptures as the footnote is rest. So rest from the cursed ground, right? Okay. So from our work and from the painful toil of our hands, Lamech lived after he fathered Noah 595 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. Now look at that. Lamech also have beautiful numbers behind his 777. Look how beautiful, and all these generations to get you to Noah. Look at that. All these 930s, 905, 910s, 969s, all these to push you forward to Noah. Because here we are, we're going to see who Noah is in scripture for Jesus, for God, right? After Noah was 500 years old, Noah had fathered Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now, with this, I know it's a lot of numbers. They're important. We ain't got to know all that right now, but we do need to add them up, because as you can see, if you add all them numbers up, it's going to equal a certain sum of percentage, right? That's how long it took before God got another man to walk with. So sometimes in your generation, there's going to be a skippage. And there's going to be years and years and years of you working in the deserted land before God sends you relief or rest from that cursed ground, right? So you have to understand, what part of your lineage are you into? What is God saying to you? Is he talking to you? Because if he's talking to you, baby, you're anointed. And that's a blessing on your bloodline. And you need to take full advantage of it, because he don't talk to everybody. He don't. Know where you are in your lineage. I keep saying that. Know where you are in your lineage. It's important. So you can pick up your little cross and know how to use it, right? So you can pick up your little cross and know how to use it with the big cross. Okay? That's it. Just like that. Just like that. We are done with chapter 5. And guess, just like that, as I always say, they say an apple a day keeps the doctors away, but a chapter a day keeps the demons away. Again, my name is Kimberly Lewis, and I am host of Woman on Fire. I thank you guys for joining me today, and I hope you have a blessed day.